Systematic withdrawal plan. Systematic withdrawal plan is just the opposite of systematic investment plan. What happens in systematic investment plan? A fixed amount is debited from our bank account and is credited in the scheme account. But see here, what happens in systematic withdrawal? A fixed amount is withdrawn or redeemed from mutual fund and it is credited to our bank account. So, it is nothing but normal redemption, but a gradual one. Every month a small amount is redeemed and it is credited to our bank account. This is known as systematic withdrawal plan. So, why we should have systematic withdrawal plan? We can structure systematic withdrawal plan or SWP in a number of ways. We can use in a number of ways. Say I am a person who plans for retirement. Say I am saving for say past 30 years and I have say accumulated somewhere around 5 crore. So, what I can do is this 5 crore I can invest in liquid funds first, and from liquid funds I can slowly redeem. And I can move to my bank account. So, it is like a regular income for me. It is like a regular monthly income for me. So, these are the ways by which we can use systematic withdrawal plan. And see, we have one more option known as trigger option. So, what is trigger option? Trigger option is an option using which we can trigger redemption based on NAV level. Say NAV is 12 today. Suppose if the NAV reaches 15, I want to redeem. This I can mention using trigger option. So, whenever NAV reaches 15, AMC will automatically redeem and transfer the funds to my bank account. Or else I can even specify the percentage profit. So, I need only 30% profit. So, whenever your portfolio reaches 30% profit level, the trigger will come into picture. It will redeem and it will transfer funds to your portfolio. So, this is the use of trigger option. And next, we are going to see about dividend plan, growth plan, and even in dividend payout and reinvestment are there. So, about this we will be seeing in the coming slide. See here, this chart, this tabular column will explain about different options we have. So, we have dividend payout option, we have dividend reinvestment option, we have growth option. So, what is the difference between these three? So, let us see dividend plan first. So, dividend we have two types, dividend payout and dividend reinvestment. So, what is dividend? First of all, dividend is nothing but a portion of profit. Dividend is a part of profit. Mutual fund companies, what they do is they will distribute profits by way of dividends. So, there are two ways. One way is dividend payout option, the other way is dividend reinvestment option. And see here, in case of payout option, dividend is received in your bank account. Whereas, in case of dividend reinvestment option, you will not receive dividend at all. You will not receive dividend at all. And is there any tax? Definitely. We have dividend distribution tax in case of dividend payout as well as dividend reinvestment, but it is applicable only for non-equity schemes. Only for non-equity schemes. So, what is the difference between payout and reinvestment? That is the third point. See the number of units. The tabular column speaks about number of units, increase in number of units. See, in case of dividend payout, our units will remain constant. There will not be any change in the number of units. Whereas, in case of reinvestment, whatever dividend we receive, actually we will not receive dividend, whatever dividend amount we are due to receive, that amount will be reinvested in the scheme itself. That amount will be converted into units. So, we will get additional units. We will get additional units. Whereas, in payout, units will be same. And how about the NAV? NAV reduces to the extent of dividend after dividend declaration. NAV reduces to the extent of dividend declared after the dividend payout date or record date. And what is growth option? We will see growth option with an example. Then you will understand the difference between these three. Say the NAV is 10. Say the NAV is 10. This is the starting NAV. After a period of time, say 1 year or 2 years, let it be any time frame, the NAV reaches 15, 1.5. The NAV becomes 15, 1.5. Now the NAV is same, at this point of time NAV is same for all options like dividend payout, dividend reinvestment and growth, the NAV is same, 15. Now the mutual fund company plans to distribute a part of this profit. So what is the profit here? Rupees 5 is the profit. Now the mutual fund company plans to distribute a part of this profit to investors by way of dividend. Let us assume dividend as rupees 3. So out of rupees 5 rupee profit, company wants to distribute 3 as dividend. Now let us see how it impacts every option. In case of dividend payout, the 3 will be credited to your bank account. In case of dividend reinvestment, the profit amount 3 will be converted into extra units. And what will happen to the NAV? The NAV before dividend actually was 15 and after dividend, now they have given the profit of 3. So after dividend you reduce the profit, so 15 minus 3, the NAV will become 12. NAV is 12 after dividend in case of dividend payout and dividend reinvestment. The difference being in dividend payout we will receive 3 in bank account, in dividend reinvestment we will convert rupees 3 into units. But what happens to growth scheme, growth plan? The NAV remains intact at 15 because there is no dividend at all in growth scheme. The growth scheme captures the growth completely. So the NAV remains intact at 15. So this is the difference between different schemes. Few points about dividend plan. The NAV which is prevailing before the distribution of dividend is known as cum dividend NAV. And the NAV after dividend distribution, that is after record date. Record date is the date on which dividends are distributed. After record date, the NAV prevailing is known as ex dividend NAV. And in case of dividend reinvestment plan, dividends are reinvested at ex dividend NAV. So these are the things which we should remember about dividend payout, dividend reinvestment and growth plans.